Here in Roxbury, New York, where we woke up to a surprise blanket of snow this morning. We spent the past couple days here evaluating the 2012 Jaguar XKR and 2012 Maserati GranTurismo MC. We came out here for the wide open roads and the mountains, and it's been pretty good so far. So the Maserati uses a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's a regular automatic transmission with a torque converter, just like the Jag, just like a lot of cars out there. It's not the dual clutch transmissions like some of the other manufacturers, Porsche, for example, are putting out. It's pretty good. Both of them have paddle shifters. Maserati's got these nice optional carbon fiber shifters here that are a little bit bigger, easier to grab than the Jags. It's pretty easy to just reach over and grab it with one finger, get the full length here. So if you've got the wheel, a little bit of angle on it, you're not necessarily missing the paddle. One of the things I really love about this Maserati is how progressive the throttle is. It's really well calibrated. You push a little, you get a little. You push a lot, you get a lot. And at the Jag, it's a much more on-off affair, which can make driving in these cold, wet conditions a little bit frightening at times. With 550 horsepower in that car, the Maserati's also down 440 horsepower range, so having a little bit less power doesn't handicap it at all on public roads, because you can't use that much power most of the time anyway. This Maserati is just great through the turns. With the engine mounted farther back, it turns in really well, nice and responsive, and the exhaust sounds spectacular too. Jaguar is extraordinarily powerful. Actually, it's got a little bit too much power for today. If you can see out the window, we've got snow falling and we're still on summer tires, so traction is definitely compromised, and 550 horsepower is just, maybe 300 too many for today. If you just get inside of this Jag, the interior is pretty impressive, but after being in the Maserati for a while, this doesn't feel quite as special. Everything's pretty nice, but it could be a little bit more unique to this car for the price. A lot of things in here don't really look or feel any different than the base XK, which is about half the price of this car. The Jaguar XKRX is a really incredible performer. 550 horsepower, really moves. It's a little bit touchy with the throttle, difficult to drive on a day like this, and it sounds kind of muted after driving the Maserati for a while. Experienced alone, it sounds pretty good, but it just doesn't quite scream the way the Italian engine does. After a couple days of testing these two cars in the Catskill Mountains, both are incredibly fast, very comfortable, and certainly luxurious. In the end, though, we found the Maserati to be slightly more livable on these public roads and in real-world driving. It's just easier to put the power down and a little bit smoother experience behind the wheel.